Hi, I'm Jonah Badouche. I'm a student in CS61B, and I am kind of showing off my changes for Project 1C for like the bonus portion. I added the harp, and then I added the bonus strings, or like the string groups and dampening pedal. So I don't really know how this video is supposed to be composed, so I'm just going over the changes real quick, and then I'll do a quick demo, and that'll kind of be it. So first off, to add multiple strings, we want to define what each instrument is. So we have an instrument interface that I created, which just has pluck, tick with a decay modifier that just changes the decay for the dampening pedal, sample and get group, which gets the assigned group of the string for the string groups idea. And then the implementation for guitar string is basically the same. Harp string, the only real difference is the change in frequency. And then we also, for both of them, have a constructor that takes in a group optionally and binds the group to that. Otherwise, it defaults the group to 0. And then we have just get group, which returns the group, and decay mod, which does the exact same thing as the regular tick does, except it adds the decay mod to the decay function. And that's, again, exactly the same in guitar string as well. Then for the Guitar Hero, we have, instead of a single deck of guitar strings, we have a deck of instruments. And then this deck of instruments is the current string, which is determined by the selected variable. So if it's 0, we're on guitars. If it's 1, we're on harp. So we have, the main method is very similar to the old one with the obvious extension of an additional string, where we have add last, where we add 2 decks to the we had 2 decks to the deck, and then we loop through and add all the strings. The big difference is that for only the guitar, we have this init group, which increases by 1 every 6 strings, so that you group the strings together in groups of 6. And then we only have, we have 1 group for each string here, because we want it to function the same as the, if there weren't groups, so everyone gets its own groups, so that nothing will cancel out. Then here in the loop, the big change we made is we abstract out the current group and the current string. Then again, we check if the keyboard is capitalized here. So we run through, get the key, get the position. If we don't have the position, we try it again with caps. If we do have one after that, we grab the string and store it in selected string, we pluck it, and we store the group. And then if the key is a plus, we switch to the next instrument. Over here, for the actual producing of sound, we do what we were doing before, with the difference that we only add to the sample if either the string is not in the group of the last one we pressed, or the string is the string. So if it's a string that is in the group but is not the last string pressed, it gets ignored and just kind of dies out on its own. And then here we get the current pressed key. If it is shift, if shift is held down, we tick with a decay mod so that it lasts longer. If alt is held down, we decrease the decay so that it dies pretty quickly, because I wanted a key that just kills it. And otherwise we just tick. And that's kind of the entire change to the code base I made. So as you can tell, the original spec is kind of maintained, where you can still run everything, with the only real difference in behavior that everything will be in a single group unless you specify other groups, which is probably not the original way that was implemented, but it's not perfect. I tried to make it in a way that's semi-extensible, and that's kind of what I came up with. So now I can switch over to a demo of it, where you just press keys. It makes sound, but if you press 2 keys that are in the same group in the guitar, they don't have an overlap. They just, the second one kills the first one. But if you press 2 of the same keys, we get a little, or 2 on different strings, we get them both playing at once. If we press the plus key, we switch to harp, which has that slight difference in sound, and every key can be grouped together. And then if we press shift, the key will last almost until you release shift, basically. And then if you press alt, it just kind of dies out immediately. And yeah, so those are the big changes I made for the like bonus portion of Project 1C. I've been Jonah. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, that's kind of it. Thank you.